Hi guys, it's Shimi. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today we are going to make necklaces for my kids for religious education. So I found these cute little buttons at the Chinese dollar store, and they're really cute. They have biblical images on them of Joseph and of some saints, and of Jesus with the shepherds. So I got a set for the boy. So those are these sets. And then I got also a set for the girls, which have the Virgin Mary on them, or Our Lady, or Our Mother. Yes, so they're really pretty. And they're like, maybe like they're made with like epoxy. It's not glass, it's like an epoxy. And then there's the image behind them. And they call them like sticker buttons. So I think like this is a sticker behind and they just put the epoxy on them. But unfortunately, they don't have a place for you to put like a string to actually make it into a necklace. So I'm going to figure out how to do this myself. So I have those little guys. Those are going to be kind of the focal point of the necklace. And then I have this, which is, what is this? It's some kind of string that I bought. I'm trying to remember. It's like a polyester, like, string for necklaces that you can use for necklaces. So that's what I'm going to use because I have a whole big hunkin' chunk of it. I was going to use it for another project, but it never happened. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to put it to good use. I'm sure that you guys know the name of it. If you can remember, please let me know. It's really soft. I'm having a brain fart, as I like to call them. And then I have some large jump rings too. So these are really large jump rings. I like to use these for a lot of dangles and jewelry that I do. Just because they're easy to work with. And these do not need to be straightened out. They're pretty perfectly intact. So I don't have to open them up or anything. So that's why I'm going to use those. And then here I have this super glue Fix It All adhesive. You can get this at the dollar store. It's super cheap and it works really, really well for metal and jewelry and that kind of stuff. Kind of like an E6000. Of course, you could substitute it for it. And then I'm just going to work on a piece of plastic. So these should be nice and easy. And you can get these buttons or make them yourself. I was just lucky. I think they were like $2.50. It's crazy because, or $2.49, because it's supposed to be a dollar store, but everything in there is more than $1. So, but that's okay. So I have my pokey tool here, and then I have this little guy that's ready to go. And I have my E6000 or the super glue that I got from the dollar store. And we're just going, and this one I actually got from Dollar Tree. So it is actually $1. And I'm just going to puncture it. Of course, it always oozes out. So be careful of that. And this stuff you do not want to get on your hands. So I would be super duper careful because you will stick them together. So that's not fun. So I'm just going to grab one of these. I'm going to start with a beautiful image of Our Lady of Guadalupe. And I'm going to stick it right on the top there of the image, or of this little button. And then I'm going to take my little jump ring and I'm going to attach it right in the glue. And I'm putting the part where it splits into the glue, just to give it a little bit more reinforcement. And then I'm just going to take just a little bit and make sure that it's on there nice. Good. And then the string will go through that little part there, and they'll have a nice little necklace or bracelet or whatever they want to do to use it. So I'm just going to keep working. Let's do another one just so you can see on screen. So I just take my pokey tool. Of course, I will wash this off, but I have a ton of these because I was teaching in a journal making class, so I had a ton left, which, you know, I don't know why people did not want to spend 6 hours with me. I'm totally offended. It was a long class. I think that's why it was not so popular, because people have lives and they don't want to spend 6 hours listening to me talk. So it's good. Even though the classes that I did have were pretty fun. We like went out to lunch because there's some nice restaurants where I do my classes, and we had a good time, and there was lots of laughs. You definitely get to know someone when you're in class with them for 6 hours. So we had a good time, and it's nice to hear people. I love hearing about people's lives. I think it's really, really fascinating, like where they're from, their family dynamic, the things that they've been through, all their struggles. You wouldn't know it, but I am pretty shy person, but my classes and definitely this YouTube channel have helped me come out of myself a little bit. But it takes me a little while sometimes to warm up to people, but I've always loved to hear about people in their lives. And I'm fine, like, if people ask me questions, but I'm not the kind of person that just talks about myself. So, but in 6 hours, I think I do a little bit of talking. So that's good. So we're going to do another one here. We'll stick that there and that there. So it's good to be able to reuse some of the supplies from some of my classes. Oh, that one's going to fall off. I'm going to try not to touch the glue because I do not want super glue on my hands. Not fun. Okay. Perfect. And I just kind of turn it over and make sure that it's pretty well up there. Very good. So that's really pretty. So those are nice. And let's check this one. I think that one looks good. I'm going to flip this one over. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep working. I'm going to put them all on here and then I'll come back and I will show you how I'm going to actually make them into necklaces. They'll just be easy necklaces that the kids can put on. Kind of similar to this. This is my Joan of Arc. It has a metal component, but I'm not going to do that. It's just going to be like a string that you just string through the jump ring. So really easy, especially for kids to take off and on. You don't want them to have closures. I don't even like closures. So I'm going to put this back on and I'm going to continue work and I'll come back and I'll show you how to use this. Hi guys, so I'm back. So these have dried pretty well. I'm going to actually use this string. This was a little bit too thick to go through, unfortunately. So I'll have to use that for something else. And I'm just going to use just plain old yarn. So these are fun. They'll work. It'll work great. And it's really nice yarn and it's hardy. So it won't come apart for a little while. So I'm just going to get a length. You can get whatever length you want. I got about 24 inches because that'll be about 12 inches for necklaces. And I think it's okay if their necklaces hang a little bit low, right? Because they're kids and that's fine. You don't want anything too tight on their neck. So we're going to do this one, maybe in this one. And I don't even measure. I just kind of eyeball it. So that looks about right to me. And I'm just going to show you a couple so you can see. And I'm not going to do anything fancy. This is just very basic. I will add a little bit of glue on the knot though, like just Elmer's glue, non-toxic glue, just to protect the knot a little bit and maybe down here too. So I'll show you what I did. Hopefully I can do this on camera. So these have dried fairly well. And I am just going to use brown for both the boys and the girls. These are really like unisex. I don't think it'd be bad if the boys wanted, you know, the Virgin Mary or Jesus, or and vice versa. So they can pick whichever ones they want. Hopefully they don't fight. That's the main thing. They usually don't. They're pretty good kids. Okay, so you have your length here. Then you're going to very gently just loop it through. So we'll make a loop here. Sorry, maybe I'll do it this way. So you can see it a little better. Just like that. And then you're going to take it and you're going to be very gentle this part. I actually hold the jump ring just so it doesn't come undone. And before you make it really tight, I'm just going to tie a knot, just an overhand knot. So just make like an X, pull one of them through, just like that. And I'm going to hold the closure and I'm just going to bring that knot right down. So it's a little bit tricky for me to show, but very nice. Okay, we're just going to take that and just make it nice and taut. Just like that. And that will just make it so that it actually is centered on their neck, or that you'll be able to see the medallion, which I like. If I was just to like put a string through, it will kind of like bend and you won't be able to see the medallion or the center point. And then at the other end, very gently, of course, I'm going to take maybe about an inch or less, and I'm going to just take both strings together and I'm going to make just a basic simple knot. So free ends, I'm going to pull those through my loop and tie, and I'm going to make another one. So just go right where you put the knot and make another one, and then very slowly you can just guide it right to where that knot was. and you just pull it nice and tight, and you have a very, very simple and easy little necklace to make. I will trim these off a little bit closer so they don't have anything itching their neck. Good. And like I said, I will put a little bit of Elmer's glue just right on the edge and right down here to protect it a little bit. So very, very easy. These are such beautiful little gifts to give. And of course you can use whatever kind of image you want. I love these just because they're really pretty, and they're an image of our Lord and Our Lady, so I love it. So I think they're really pretty, and I know the kids will like them for Easter. It's kind of pretty special, and they were super simple to make and very affordable. So make sure you check out a dollar store near you, and hopefully you can find these little epoxy little buttons. They call them buttons. They're called button stickers is what they're called. But you can use them for all sorts of fun stuff. So it'd be good to see what you guys come up with. Okay, guys, so that's it. I will see you next time. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.